Mm. Oh, okay. All right. Testing. We have sound there. Good. All right. Come on. God damn it. Oops. Hello there, Garm.
Hey.
Oops. I was talking with my mic muted. I'm going to go grab something to drink. I'll be right back.
How's everyone doing?
Fine, how are you?
Oh, not too bad. I got to shoot a pew-pew today. A gun.
Understood.
Hmm?
I said understood. I knew what you meant.
Okay. I was learning safety and cleaning and all that. Come to find out, the weapon I have here in my house is probably more geared towards, well, it's a single action. So you have to pull the hammer back every single time you want to fire.
Is it a pistol?
Heather?
Mm.
Heather, you're very, very quiet.
Huh. Is that
It's fine on
better?
mine.
Is that
Not
better?
not on mine either.
Is that better?
Okay, so the rest of you can hear her fine?
I can,
Mhm.
but I think Arm said that he cannot.
No, I can hear just fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I think I know.
You turned
Okay,
me
go.
down. You don't love me anymore.
No. I didn't. It's just this headset works very well for streaming, but it's a little finicky on the volume settings for listening to the other people. So, all right. You fiddled with it a little bit, and now you sound better. Okay, good.
Okay.
All
right.
Sound
I'll
back
let
to
it go
your
this
normal volume level. All right. Let's see. We have. I saw a message that Casca wasn't going to be able to join us, but it looks like we have just about everybody else with us in the Discord. And I see Jason is in Discord, but not quite on the Roll20 yet.
Oh, I was.
So-
I must have fallen off here. Let me go back.
Okay. So while we are all getting into the game, let me say welcome everybody. This is session 6 of Greyhawk Saturday Night. We are in still the early stages of exploring the Temple of Elemental Evil. The party has been from the village of Hommlet to the old Moathouse. They have set up, or they've cleared out the first level, and then they've come back to Hommlet, and we basically spent all last session with everybody selling loot, getting supplies, getting some money, and then getting tooled up and getting ready to go back out and explore the basement of the Moathouse, which they discovered as they captured some bandits and cleared out the first level. Oh yeah, there's stairs going down to the basement. And a couple of things I wanted to find out, because we didn't really touch on it last week. Did you all want to at all be involved in questioning the bandit prisoners to find out if there's anything they can tell you, or are you ready just to head out and see what you find?
I do not. I don't want to be involved in any torturing. And now that we have the deed to the Moathouse, I want to go back there and claim what's mine and kick out all the squatters that may be still there.
Yeah, I would just say that would we get the information afterward, or was that going to be taking place while we're going to? So I would just say, okay, so what information did he give you guys? That's all I would.
Oh, okay. So you
want to be involved in.
Yeah, you don't want to be involved in, but maybe find out from the townsfolk or the mayor, essentially, after they've done the questioning. Okay, you can
Just so we can get an idea if there's something there that we could be prepared for. If not, if he doesn't have anything, then okay,
that's
fine.
They did some questioning, and they brought in some of the artillery in terms of bringing in a priest in Brother Tuck from the Church of St. Cuthbert, as well as bringing in the retired wizard adventurer Byrne to help them with the questioning. And under the mundane and magically enhanced questioning, the bandit leader basically said that his group of people were the only people for sure that he knew that were at the Moathouse. That at one point, one of their members went down into the lower level, but that person never came back. And after that, he forbade anybody to go down there. And he didn't know what was down there, but they would routinely kind of watch for any signs of, anything other than rats coming up or going down that way, and they never saw anything. So as far as they knew, the only thing that was down there was vermin, but and he doesn't know whether the guy ran away or got lost or something ate him or what. And them being bandits, it's like, one less guy, that means there's more in each share of treasure. Now, their scouts had seen in the area, they had seen some people that were riding through, they thought, going from one place to another. And the only thing that stood out to him is they had kind of a weird symbol on their cloaks. And these people were dressed in black cloaks, and they had a kind of a pale yellow, sort of lurid looking eye that was on their cloaks. But when they tried to get close to these people to question them, they managed to get away, and they were pretty stealthy because they could never find any tracks to show exactly where they were going to or where they were coming from. But the bandits were never bothered by those people. And they figured, okay, if they're not going to bother us and they're that stealthy, they're probably more powerful than we are. So if they're not going to chase us out, we'll just leave well enough alone. But that was about the only thing that he knew. But he had no idea where those people were operating out of. Just that they were seen in the area from time to time.
Perfect.
This guy's hilarious.
We don't know
Go ahead. Somebody was. Okay, who was going to say something?
Pregame just says perfect information. Great, thank you.
Okay.
So we pretty much know there's something else in the Moathouse, basically, because they didn't even have the balls to go down there and look for a body. He never came back.
Yeah, pretty much that's it.
And we know what the bandits kind of dress like and everything else. So if we do find a body down there, we'll know, okay, well, this is the guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be your presumption, is that you would be able to tell. You would be able to tell from that what's going on.
Okay.
All right. And anything else? Did anybody need to do anything else before we leave Hommlet to return to the Moathouse? Or did everybody get all that stuff done last week that they needed to do?
I got mine done.
Yeah, I think I got mine on.
Okay.
Mainly, what I needed was more darts.
Yeah. Because just remember, once you get out there and start exploring, you can't be like, oh, can I have bought like an extra 100 feet of rope? No, if you didn't buy it before we left, you didn't buy it. So that's why I'm giving you.
I do want to buy an extra 100 feet of rope, and I also wanted to see if they had splint mail for sale. Since the last time I bought the chain mail.
Okay. All right. Splint mail. Let's see how much that goes for. This is Hommlet, which is a smaller town. So there are gold piece limits on the amount of stuff that you can find here.
Aren't there like 10,000 people in Hommlet?
No.
Like maybe 100? 75, I think, or something like that.
Well, it's having if you talk about permanent residents, it's probably between 100 and 150. But right now, because they have a whole camp full of stonemasons that are here working on that small fortification that Rufus and Byrne are building, you probably have around 300 people in the village at this point. So you're looking for splint mail?
Or banded mail, but either one of them. The splint is 120 base cost, the banded mail is 200. So if the gold cost limit is below that, then it doesn't matter. And I want to buy it. And I would like either a helmet. I'd like a helmet of some sort. And there's two different types: great helms or bassinet. I'm happy with either one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what resource you are looking at, but it's not the player's handbook.
Page 69 of the player's handbook. It's the one with the dude on the horse.
Okay. Yeah, it's the second edition player's handbook, which is page 92.
No, this is second edition. This is just the an old version. I don't know. Maybe it's not the revised.
Okay. All right. So, that's interesting that they changed the prices between that. Okay. So, Splint, and what was the other one you were looking? Banded?
Yeah, it's under the list of armors next to the weapons and the list. Either banded or splint. It has banded as 200 gold, 35 pounds. Splint as 80 gold, 40 pounds, and then it has the two helmets.
Okay. I thought you said earlier that you saw Splint at 120, which is not.
I was looking at Pregame by accident, I think.
Okay, yeah, Splint
and Pregame would be another one I would look at potentially.
Splint is 80, and they will sell it to you for 80.
Okay.
And then
do they have a great helm?
A great helm. Let me check here.
They might just have bassinet.
Yeah, they just have a bassinet here. They don't have a great helm here. So that's 5 gold. And then rope is... Yeah, rope is, if you want 50, you have to buy it in 50-foot lengths. So if you want 50 feet of hemp rope, which weighs 20 pounds, that costs a gold piece. If you want 50 feet of silk rope, which weighs 8 pounds, that costs 10 gold pieces.
So you get 100 feet of silk, so that's 20 gold.
Yep.
So I spend 100 and you said 5 for the helmet?
Yep.
So I spend 105 of the gold from the what the bank is holding for me.
Yep. All right, just keep track of that.
I am. Let me go. Where did I put that note?
Okay. All right.
And I'll sell back my chainmail if they want it.
Chainmail. He will offer you Is Min with you or not when you go to sell this?
I go without her, but I mentioned like I'm gonna go talk to my friends and show them the stuff I bought.
Okay. He'll give you 38 gold for the chainmail.
Okay. Well, it's used.
Yeah.
Okay.
Min
If it'll keep that cat away, he won't haggle over the 5 silver. Okay. So anybody else need to finish up any shopping?
And 2 weeks worth of dried rations.
The iron rations. So I think those are 15 gold for a week.
Right.
So that would be 30 gold. Let me just make sure. Oh no, I'm sorry. Dried rations are 10 gold in this edition. 15 was the previous edition.
Then I'll do 4 weeks.
Okay.
I will pretty much, at some point in time, meander my way over to get some rations and what else? Basically, she's already come with. What time of year is it? Are we getting close to fall, winter, what? Summer, spring?
660.
We're in the fall.
I think we're in the fall here.
Okay. How far off are we from winter?
Oh, maybe another good 45 days or so.
Okay. So I want to find let me look at my character sheet. So everybody's been buying rations and all that.
I don't know about
fun stuff.
torches.
So
We're going in a dungeon, right? So we're gonna need.
Yeah,
to
you're
be able
going
to
underground.
okay,
See.
and
Whoever
this is
can't
part
see.
This
I
is
have a-
part of. This is part of our. This is
How much are torches?
Let's see how much are torches. Torch. A torch is 1 copper piece each. And it weighs a pound each
I'll
one.
take 9.
So
I'll take 9.
okay.
I already have a bullseye lantern. I just already bought 5 pints of oil.
Okay. And you guys did find that container that has enough for 10 pints of oil. All right, back to Min. Did you figure out what you wanted? Do you have your list together?
Yeah, I have my list together. What I was trying to ask was, is this dungeon part of what we now own?
Well, it goes down from the main floor, so presumably yes.
Okay. So the
Absolutely, yes.
So the upper levels are all ours, so to speak. Okay.
Yeah. Drafty and torn down and rubble strewn as they are, they're yours.
So Min will pretty much go from a couple of shops trying to buy things like a small cart that she can pull herself, and like try to buy up some used things that people are maybe ready to toss out, like an old hammer, some like tents or tent cloth and
Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
So
I'm gonna
it's
stop. I'm
anything
gonna
like
stop
that?
you. I'm gonna stop you right there and say that this
nobody
is
has
not.
anything like that?
No, that men would realize that you're not even ready for that yet.
Okay.
This place is going to need some.
He was
It's going to
thinking,
need to be turned into a full blown construction site before you can even think about any kind of cleanup or handheld tools or anything like that.
She
You're
was
going to need
thinking
to
of
get.
she was thinking of simply having something that basically will cover like a tent.
Well, then you can buy a tent. That's fine.
That's not what she's into. She's
Well,
here to
then,
make do with.
Okay, then I tell you what, you spend the money for a tent and you figure out what you need. Are you looking at a
Right.
small tent, a large tent, or a pavilion?
Probably a small tent.
Okay, you buy 5 gold pieces worth of miscellaneous stuff,
Okay.
and
A handful of torches, a tent, and some rope to make sure I secure the tent. And then on top of that, an old cook pot. That's it.
okay, yeah, old cookpot. Let's see. If you're trying to find one secondhand that somebody is not you, what the heck is? Yeah, 5. No, 2 silver.
Silver. Okay.
Let's call it 2
So that
silver.
was total of 6 gold and I can't remember how many torches I said. Ha!
I don't think you did, but it's 1 copper per torch. So 10 torches for silver.
Gold pieces. Okay.
It's not the price of torches; it's how much they weigh. That's so unattractive.
Yeah. Okay. And then you said the wheelbarrow was
1 gold.
1 gold. Okay. Okay. And then probably 2 weeks worth of rations.
Okay, 10 gold each for those. 10 gold per week, I should say.
Okay, so 20 gold for rations. Okay. All right, I've got everything.
Okay.
I'm doing encumbrance weight. Is the magical medium shield the same weight as a normal shield, or was it lighter?
It's the same weight.
Okay, thank you.
It's been enchanted to give it the attacks of the vicious slings and arrows of the enemies you will find in the depths. All right. Are you ready then?
Other than to go up on hit points.
So what is your hit die?
2.
What is it? D6, D8? What hit die do you use?
I believe it's a D6, yeah. Looking at
Okay,
it right
so
now.
then you take 4
Yeah.
4 plus any constitution bonus.
I don't think I have it. Everything is 0. Constitution 10.
Are we able to just put, like, I want to put extra money into the bank? Am I able to just do that without it being a big deal?
Yeah, as long as you're keeping track of it. It is.
Okay.
All right, so let's go put this over onto our map of Hommlet. All right. So as you guys get ready to leave Hommlet, you take the now familiar trail through the woods and out into the marshy area. And before long, you come to the familiar ruins of the old Moathouse. And as you get there, let's see. He's not here. And let's see. I presume you guys, and he's not here. I presume you guys buried the brigands, or otherwise disposed of the bodies. You didn't just leave them to rot. If you just left them to rot, okay, now you're going to find a lot of vermin that's there that you have to deal. Okay,
I think we would have,
I'm going to clear
Or
the
at
line
least-
cleric. I would have had to do like some sort of burial for
ritual.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would have preferred burning them than wasting my time burning them. I mean, burying them personally.
Take them outside by that tree in the road and pile them under the tree with a bunch of the scrap wood and light it on fire. So when we come back, the tree's not there.
Like a pyre. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
Matt
you've
gets rid of
taken
that tree.
care. Yep, you've taken care of a couple of killed a few birds with one stone. That rat is not there. Okay, now you did discover that there are indeed 2 ways down to the lower level. And and one of those ways is over here where you found all of those rats. And then in the room where the bandits were living, Nico had been able to use his dwarven senses to discover that there was a secret door that apparently the bandits didn't even know about, because it was evidence that they had not ever used it, and it had not been fiddled with in a long time. Very dusty and everything. So there are 2 ways that you could go down. Which way would you prefer to go?
Archimedes suggests the secret way. Nobody knows.
I
Agreed.
like the secret way. I agree.
Me too.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Nope. Yes. I'm gonna go to that map. All right. Okay, excellent. And so everybody's going down this way. I am going to grab all of the tokens. Whoops, if I get to the correct level, I will grab all the tokens. And I will move you all over here so that everyone is in the same place. And I can easily manipulate all the tokens at once without having to Okay. Is Talon going first and testing for all of the... Oh.
I think Talon and Nico should go in the front with Talon looking and Nico like right there to step in front of them if needed.
Okay, that was kind of a joke since Casca isn't here, but
I just sense the wisdom of the gods.
Yeah. Which, I mean, now Nico is the dwarf, so he has the kind of all the underground
senses, right?
Yeah, there's a pit trap or like stone traps. I should have a pretty decent roll on noticing.
Okay, all right.
We still have our bard with, our chief with us, right? That's Casca.
No, Casca is the one who's not able to join us tonight, so we don't have him with us tonight. Okay. Yeah. All right, so you guys.
The bard has some thieving abilities, so I don't know if that would be advantageous to put him forward.
Okay. Let me figure out where
the party order would be Archimedes and the dwarf to find out secret or traps, doors or traps.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then it looks like where you guys will wind up. Yep. Where you guys will wind up coming out is right here. So let me go back to the other map. And I will get your characters. And then I will bring you to this map. Oh, whoops. Bring you to this map here. And yeah, it's very crowded. So we'll have Talon in the back.
Upper center.
Right. All right. So you come down the stairs and you come into a 10-foot by 10-foot room. And it all appears to be blank, all four of the walls, except for the wall to the north that goes up the stairs to where you came from. They all seem to be bare stone walls. And there doesn't appear to be any kind of doorways or corridors or anything here except going back upstairs.
Right.
So what would you like to do?
Nico, I think you ought to check around for the stone walls for anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep attention on that, and I can notice anything within 10 feet of me. I pasted it in
We'd have to enter the room, right?
Yeah, okay. And I pasted it in the chat for you.
All right, so let's see. Let's go.
Let me fix my AC on my little blue circle.
Okay. Oh, and you've got your hit points have raised to 13 now. Okay. Let's see.
Is anyone in our group blind? Should I be carrying, instead of my battle axe in one hand and shield in the other, should I be carrying a lit torch and just attack things with a lit torch?
I have my lantern, my bullseye lantern.
Oh, then I won't worry about it.
Yeah,
but I have dark vision.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
All right, so let me go to.
Is there a human in our group? Let me ask that.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I think there's two, right? Or is Quint a
Quint is a half elf.
half elf? Okay, he's half elven
Yep.
too. All right.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. There should be a place to roll on this thing. Okay, down here.
And again, I put into chat for you the different.
Yeah.
So that, because I know you would roll that, we wouldn't necessarily know that.
Yeah. Okay. That's to detect the depth underground. There's another thing I'm looking for to see what your ability to detect secret doors is, whether you have a special ability as a dwarf to do that, or whether there's...
I could find sliding, shifting walls or rooms, but I don't have the distinct secret doors the elves get.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably the way most secret doors are made anyway, is the...
So if it was like a wooden library with the bookshelf where the wood opens up into an elaborate wooden door, I might have no clue whatsoever.
Right. But if it's made from stone, that I think would be part of your stonework. So, okay, I'm gonna... Dadgummit.
And we would probably make a clockwise circuit around each room to make sure each room is safe and we don't leave anything behind us.
Okay, well, Nico, as you get over here, you notice that there is a... Oh, come on.
Just to be clear, the gray is the wall, right? And we're walking into the white. Or
the white is the exposed area. You find a secret door on what would be the eastern side of the room, and that is the only secret door you seem to find in this area.
All right, I pointed out to the group.
Yeah, you guys may not be able to see it because Garm's token is on it.
Oh, okay.
It's right there. So yeah. Just for reference sake.
Well, Talon to take a look if he sees any traps.
Yeah. Talon is not going to be able to use those abilities tonight. So
is Talon not the one who's not here?
Yeah, he's the one who's not here.
Does anyone else have an ability to check for traps?
No.
No.
Technically, anybody has the ability to check for traps.
We're using the old dwarven trap detector. Let's see the bill.
We'll open it and see what happens.
Well, that was going to be Archimedes' kind of deal. If he was going to be up front and Nico was going to be there, he'd be like, "Okay, Nico, here's your chance," So that, yeah.
Well, the good news is I'll notice pit traps and stuff. Hopefully.
So if the player's not here, does the...
Yeah, so find and remove traps for the bard is 0%. So
okay,
I don't have any addition of anything.
You have the wisdom to tell me that hey, there might be a trap. I'm like, oh, great, thanks.
Yes, I have that.
So Nico will expect a spear to come out of the door or arrows. So I'll hold my shield and I'll use my battle axe to try to trigger it to open.
Okay. Well, you determined that this has a cleverly hidden latch that if you push in this latch, it will release the door so that the door can be, let's say the door pushes open to the east.
Okay. Then I will push.
Right.
I'll warn everyone to be ready, and I'll push the door open to the east.
Okay. You push the door open to the east, and you discover a long stairway descending in front of you. Whoops. Let's do this for the benefit of our folks in chat.
Stairs. Where do they go? Down.
There are stairs that go down.
To a second level, it looks like.
Yeah,
So we went down a flight of stairs. We went down a flight of stairs.
You probably went down about 20 feet underground.
Yep.
And now looking at this stairway ahead, this stairway descends another 20 or 25 feet as it's a more gradual stairway than the one that you just came down.
And we have room around us that we could explore had we not noticed this secret wall.
Oh, we're in a 10 by 10 room.
Yeah, you're in a 10 by 10 room.
Okay, there's no way out of it?
There was the way back up the stairs that you came down, but that was the only the only other way.
We continue forward, and I start moving forward at the front, watching for, taking my time to watch for pitfalls and stonework traps and deadfalls.
Okay, so you guys can go ahead and...
In fact, I would take out a little pouch full of... I've got like, what's it called? A bag of salt. That's like a couple pound bag, like a pound bag of salt. I just keep tossing the bag like 5 feet ahead of me as I'm walking to see if it triggers anything.
Okay.
Pick it up, toss it, pick it up, toss it.
Okay.
Makes us a little slower, but it's a nice way to see if I trigger anything.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead and show me where you're going. Move your token.
Down the stairs.
Yeah, you can move your token. I think. Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right. So as you get over to here,
you bring my 10-foot pole.
You see that the stairway ends and the corridor turns a bit to the south east, and it flattens out. So now as you stand there, let me make another check here for you. Okay, you are pretty sure that standing here on this level, Nico, you're pretty sure that you're 48 feet below the surface.
Okay.
So between those stairs you came down and here, it's pretty good depth underground, but not miles underground.
Well, then I'll turn back and go, since it doesn't look like anyone followed me. Oh, there's Quint. Okay, so I feel more love now. But I'll whisper back and be like, hey, have everyone catch up. I don't think there's anything so far. And it opens up in a minute. We're about 50 feet underground.
Yeah, I'll whisper to everybody else. They're not dead, so let's go ahead.
Okay.
I'm grumbling about since when do we send a medic first?
Okay. Yeah, you get down here, And you you find okay. I need to make one more check for you.
And I'm still throwing that bag of salt. I got the 2 pounds of salt, one in separate bags.
Nico, actually, when you get to about where you are, you notice something above you. You notice that there is a very cleverly disguised section of the ceiling. It looks like there is a section of the ceiling that stretches all the way across the hallway. So 10 feet across the hallway, and it's about 1 foot wide. And it's almost completely seamless, but your dwarven eyes detect that that 1 foot wide, or that 1 foot long, 10 foot wide section of the ceiling, there's something different about it.
And it goes across the hall where we're standing right here?
Yeah, it actually is right here.
All right, then I'll be there. And I'm like, okay, step back. So I point up. I'm like, I would guess if my experience in dwarven fortifications is anything to speak of, that might fall and block us in if we go past it. Or there's going to be a giant spider that jumps out of it. One or the other.
So should we get something to brace it?
How tall is this hallway?
The corridors here are 10 feet tall.
I've got my body shield on my back. That might be useful.
Okay.
So I'll set up my body shield that I was using. I'll brace it up against the side of the wall. So if a piece of stone were to fall down, the nice dwarven metal might hopefully hold against the weight.
Or at least help cushion kind of.
Yeah, or maybe just keep a gap that we could duck under.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So what Nico is proposing is to put the shield there in case it turns out that this is something that's supposed to fall and block you in. It would hit the shield, and possibly the shield would keep it from falling all the way to the floor and completely closing it off.
Is it possible to avoid triggering the trap, or you just don't know what a trigger is?
I don't know how to do that part. I know it seems odd to me, but I'm not really good at it. I don't have any experience building things like this. I make weapons and armor. I don't really make stonework.
Well, there's something that Nico can deduce, which is by the fact that he had already gone past it and then looked up and noticed it and came back, that apparently just walking past it doesn't trigger it if it is indeed a trap. Which probably means there's a trigger mechanism somewhere that
ahead of us, or the stairs themselves are a weight or like a pressure. I'll look at the stairs we're on. I'm like, are these like pressure plate stairs where it's not going to fall until the weight is removed?
We'll let you have a look with your stonework on that. And you don't think that there is. They look very solid to you.
These be lovely stairs.
Well, they're...
I'm
they
not
might
into
be ready to
ableism.
apprentice.
I'll respect what they could do for being human.
Yeah.
Archimedes will go across.
I'll go with you. I'll stay front. But the shield, we'll leave my shield there, braced there, so that if it does fall, we have like at least a chance.
All right. So you, 2 or 3 of you get past there, and nothing falls. So, does anybody have any other ideas other than just using the shield? Or are we just gonna? Nico's just gonna say that he's not using his shield anymore, and it's.
I have the magic shield and the body shield. I'm just leaving the body shield. I still have the magic shield.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I brought 2 torches. I could always put one there.
Okay. Torches.
Give it somewhat.
Have to be awfully strong wood. It might help some. If the shield. Yeah.
From slamming and kind of pushing the actual squish.
Okay.
You could use the torch, tie it around a couple torches around the shield, and it would be bracing the shield to give it a little bit extra.
We're not that far down
dirtiness.
okay. Hang on. We're not that far down the stairs or the hallway, right?
Yeah. Where those guys are, where the head of your party is about 50 feet below ground. So you're probably around 40 feet below ground on the stairs where you are.
Say it's only a minute or so back up the stairs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So while they were doing that, Min will go back upstairs.
Okay.
Find a piece of one of the broken pieces of furniture.
Uh-huh.
That's why you're a wizard.
And comes back down, and once by that point in time, they've probably moved on, and so she picks up the shield and puts the piece of wood in place instead. And then keeps going.
Okay. How heavy is that shield, Nico?
15 pounds of metal.
Okay, so are you planning on just carrying that shield, Min, or are you going to try to give it back to Nico at some point?
I'll carry it for now and see if Nico notices, because they've already gone on.
Okay.
So
all right.
I'm sure Garb kind of turned and looked at me and went,
"You probably got Talon's help to carry that down some wood."
Yeah, probably. Okay.
So either that, or she'll hold it out to Garm. Need a shield?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna leave Talon there.
He's gonna guard the entrance.
Yeah, he'll guard the entrance. All right. So as you come down this way, let's see. You are okay. You're going to see that this opens up into a room. And this room opens up into a little intersection area. And it looks like the corridor continues to go south and then turns back west. And then it goes east a little bit and it turns south again.
I whisper to the bard, and I'm like, "Do you hear anything? You got good ears."
Apparently he doesn't, because he didn't hear you.
It's Archimedes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I whisper to Archimedes, I'm like, "Hey, can you hear anything out there? Like, besides us trudging along, if we all stand quietly for a moment, like you seem like you're like attuned to sound."
I will listen intently.
Okay. Listen intently. Do you have any kind of... Let's see what sort of
Do you have the rogue listening? Listen.
Yeah, he's got detect noise.
Okay, so detect noise. Let me...
33%.
Okay. Yeah, you don't hear anything.
Okay, that makes me feel better. And then we'll continue.
So are we... So you're going to continue, but are you going to continue?
I'm looking for the deadfalls, traps, but...
Okay.
I tell Archimedes to try to keep his ears peeled in case he hears like anything like trying to sneak up on us.
Nico. No deadfalls or traps, but you notice something is a little off on that north wall over there. And you go over...
I position my shield to expect a big giant spider or something to jump out because I everything here is giant and it tries to bite me.
Okay.
And you said to come up here?
Yeah. All right. So come on here. Come on. Nico, I'm going to move you for just a minute. That's why. Okay, that's why it wasn't. All right, now you can go back there. But yes, you see a secret door there to the north.
All right, it's time for the dwarven trap detector again. And I try to push it open with my axe.
Okay. Yeah, you notice it has the same sort of mechanism. And you open it and you
grumble about the scouts and the guard deserve a better pay hike because this stuff be like nerve-wracking.
You open it and you see a little passage going forward and then turning to the west. And as you open it, Garm, make me a wisdom check.
Oh, God.
Seven. Okay.
That was a
yeah, that doesn't look right. Let's look at your character sheet.
That's 4 under my wisdom score.
Well, yeah, but that was a D10. It's not a D20. Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
That's not gonna get it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All you can hear, Garm, is you can hear the discussion of your colleagues. So you do not hear, and furthermore, you do not notice you do not hear the sound of anything behind you. Okay. And Nico, you open the door and it's just a 10-foot wide corridor with a little alcove off to the west.
right, so I wave everyone to follow along to look into it. I asked, do we go in and look, or do we continue around here?
Check it out.
Check it out, yeah.
All right, so we all go start checking it out.
Okay. You step forward and you don't notice any kind of stonework features or anything. But when you get up to that alcove and you look into that alcove, you do see something in there. There is a weird set of controls. There is a lever that appears to be in the level position, and it looks like it could be pushed up or pushed down from where it is. And then there is the edge of what looks like a metal ship's wheel. If you've ever seen like a captain's wheel that's used to steer a ship, that has the little knobs, the handles coming out of the rim of it. But the construction of it is all metal. So it's the edge of a metal wheel, and then it has metal spokes, and those spokes extend through the rim and end in like little rounded off handles, if you will, that are along the edge of that wheel. And this wheel extends, you just start looking at the edge of it, it extends into the wall.
Well, that's odd. So I step back and I like motion over for Archimedes and Min, since they seem to have some smarts, and I'm like, I don't know what this does.
I think Garm too, right? He's the
Thought he was another
wizard,
fighter.
right?
No, Min is the wizard.
Quint and Garm and I are muscle. I'm the muscle that prays, and you two are the smarts.
Mim and
So Min and Archimedes, have you ever heard of something like this?
Like what?
I have not.
And I point out, hey, wait a minute.
You want to go and look at it, Min.
I noticed that
where
Min's
Nico
carrying
is.
a shield that's way bigger than she is.
Yeah, and it looks a lot like your shield.
Wasn't that supposed to stop the stonework from falling?
Maybe.
If it's not there, then uh-oh.
No. While you guys were yakking, I went up and got a piece of wood from upstairs.
But the wood upstairs was rotten and not very strong, like stone would crush it.
At least it'll give me a little credit to find something that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, maybe. How far back was where we were at?
Just keep going. Oh, hey, look. There's a stone wall now.
Oh, shit.
And there's a crushed, rotten wooden section of old furniture beneath it.
I come back
flattened.
from giant poop, giant.
So Archimedes, are you going to go look at those controls? Min, are you going to go look at those controls?
I don't know. Did he tell us that the wall came down?
I'm muttering giant foot, giant hair, like giants coming out of my mouth way too often for it to be.
Archimedes will.
Okay,
Take
Archimedes. Archimedes, make me an intelligence check, please.
Okay, yes, I haven't.
Okay.
This might be worth your
it
advantage.
looks weird. Min, make an intelligence check. Oh, wow. Okay. So you guys do have inspiration. I think everybody has inspiration. If anybody wants to use it, or either one of these two.
Do we want everybody to just take a crack at it
other people can take a look at it too. Yeah. I mean, Nico, you can do a intelligence check.
Quinn will take a crack at it. Just
okay.
Curiosity, see what it is. That's right. That pops up.
Yeah, Quint.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
Actually, you probably have seen. You probably have seen something similar on your travels. Maybe you were in a large city, at one point, and in the city of Greyhawk, for some reason, you're passing through there. What this looks like, this lever looks like a mechanism that can be used to either allow something to move or to lock something in position. And the edge of the wheel looks like a wheel you might use for a winch of some kind.
Okay. I'll explain that to everybody.
All right.
Has Nico informed us of the wall yet? Or is he still cussing giant?
He's still
saying giant.
Nico, you're muttering about giants, and Quint says, "Oh, it looks like this is a winch that can be used to lift or lower something."
He might still be on the anchor part.
Joe, are you with us?
Yeah, sorry, I had to go hold the baby for 5 seconds.
Okay.
I'm back up.
Yeah.
I'm not rolling for intelligence because I feel like I'm doing too much in terms of taking up the focus, and I want to make sure everyone else is getting more interaction.
Okay. Yeah, you missed something. Quint discovered what this was. He discovered that it looks like controls for a winch of some kind. And the lever is probably a mechanism used to lock something into position.
Like a stone wall that might fall?
We don't know that yet.
I mentioned, by the way, giants, I start muttering about giants again. The piece of giant stone fell from the roof and crushed the wood.
Then why don't we relay a message? So Archimedes would stand here to see if he sees any light come up if you operate the mechanism.
All right, Quint can try and manipulate it, see what we get.
I'm sorry. Every time I move my character, he goes the opposite direction now. I gotta try to figure out something with my mouse pad.
Oh, okay. Garm is wandering off in the darkness to get eaten by a grue. Okay, so you guys have discovered that this looks like winch controls. So now comes...
Quinn will throw that lever. You said it's kind of in the neutral position?
It's in the middle position, yes.
Okay, so let's try pushing the lever up and then turning the wheel clockwise.
Okay, well, it's not clockwise as though the wheel is vertical, so the wheel will go up or down.
Up and down.
So you push the lever up and you try to move the wheel, and it feels like something is locking the wheel and keeping it from moving.
Okay. So then let's move the lever down and try the wheel again.
Down back to the middle position or all the way down to the bottom?
All the way down. Yep, I'm sorry about that.
Okay, you try to move the wheel and it seems like it's still locked.
Okay, well then let's try the neutral position and spin the wheel.
Okay, you put it back to the middle position. You're gonna move the wheel up. Is that what you're trying to do, or move the wheel down?
I'll try moving the wheel down, and then if it feels stuck that way, then I'll move it up.
Okay. The wheel moves down very easily. It just rolls quite freely, moving down.
I'll keep moving the wheel and ask if there's any update from Archimedes who can see the wall if it's doing anything.
Okay. So you're just calling out to Archimedes. Hey, Archimedes, can you see anything?
No, it would be a relay. Yeah, it would be a relay from everybody. So
yeah, I thought we were setting up some kind of relay.
Okay. So you're not raising your voices above just a normal speaking voice.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So then, in that case, Archimedes, you go. Wall is still down. So you come back and tell Quint, wall is still down. Nothing appears.
I would relay to Garm. No, nothing's happening. Back over here. Continue watching.
Okay, Quint, you get the message eventually. Nothing is happening.
I don't know. What did I miss, guys?
Which direction were you going with the wheel?
I was going down. Let me try up.
Okay. You push the wheel up, and initially it doesn't feel like there's any resistance on the wheel when you push it up either. But eventually you start to feel like a little bit of tension. And then eventually it does feel like there's a lot of tension. And as you push the wheel up, it now feels like it's taking a lot of effort to move the wheel up, but the wheel will push up. However, if you're trying to do this by yourself, you're going to have to keep one hand with tension on the wheel at all times, or else it's going to want to roll right back down. Let me take a quick look here at Quint. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Quint, you can push it and you can strain a little bit on it and you can move it up maybe a little bit, but it's so heavy that if you're not pushing with all your might up, you can't move this. The wheel is now not being blocked mechanically like it felt like it was being blocked before. It feels like there's a lot of a counterweight on here, and that counterweight is pulling down on the wheel. So it's just a matter of getting more strength. Perhaps either by having more people help you or by having someone who's stronger.
I'll ask Mim to go get Nico since he's right there to help me move the wheel, and then she can kind of act if she doesn't mind, acting as the relay right there if we need her to.
Okay. All right. So let's take a look at Nico. Oh yeah. Nico has a 17. Once Quint tells you what this is, you now realize the foolishness, and now here the human designers are showing their lack of sophistication. If this were a dwarven work, it would be much more subtle and much more elegant.
And even a child would be able to do the lifting with a dwarven work, and we do counterweights right.
Yeah, exactly. But Nico can start to push up on this, and between Nico and Quint, they can rotate the wheel upwards. And Archimedes, after a few moments, you can see that now that wall is raising up. And it raises up maybe about at a rate of about a foot per minute that they're working in there.
Okay. I will go back and tell them that. I was like, okay. Yes, that's what that mechanism does. It raises that wall over there.
Okay, so if it's the two of you working, it'll take about 10 minutes worth of work before the wheel won't move anymore.
Before we get it all the way up, though, do we want to mess with the lever to see how to lock it so that if the wall comes crashing down, it's not all the way in the ceiling again and make a loud racket? Maybe just get it, like a foot or so off the ground and make sure we know how to lock it.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. If you by experimentation, you realize that if you push the lever into the up position, it will then prevent the wheel from rolling down.
Okay.
And pushing the lever into the up position basically locks the wheel and prevents that door from sliding down.
Okay. I think we all want to lock it so it won't fall.
Yeah.
Correct.
Any objections?
All right, so let's do this. You guys are working on that. While they are working, Archimedes, Garmin, what are the three of you doing?
Making sure nothing comes back at us.
Okay, Min is standing there supervising, and Archimedes and Garm are just watching the two.
Guarding.
Okay, watching those two areas.
There's
okay.
two ways that we're going to end up going, right? There's going to be one of two ways that we go. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it looks like. Okay, so now a question back for Nico and Quint. Are you guys going to push the wheel up as far as it can go and raise that wall all the way up? Do you want to raise it half the way up and lock it in position? What do you want to do?
I don't think that we'd know when to stop since everyone came back and guarding outside. So I guess we'd have to push until it doesn't seem like it's going to go much farther.
Okay, yeah. Eventually it gets to a point where it physically won't go any farther, and
then lock it.
Yeah. Okay. And by a series of experiments after that, you can then go and see that the wall is pushed back up and it is flush with the ceiling again. Okay.
Well, I suggest we continue our endeavors.
Okay, so you have one direction you can go, which is south, but you can either go south down the western fork or south down the eastern fork. Which way would you like to go?
The way we're facing south, the eastern fork would be to the left. So you all want to go left or right? Left it is.
There you go. All right.
Okay, so we're going down the left fork. All right. Okay. You head down this way, and the path opens up, and it goes around a corner, and then it continues going east, and then it looks like it turns back north again.
We're going to go in a big circle.
And Nico, you tell me how often you're checking for.
We're going at a slow pace, and I can check within 10 feet of me, so every 10 feet.
Okay. All right. So you don't detect anything yet in terms of either stonework pits on the floor or on the ceiling, or secret doors on the side of the walls or anything like that. And it all just seems to be normal passage at this point.
And then when we get into a bigger room, like I said in the earlier room, we'll examine each room in a clockwise around the walls and around the room.
Okay. All right. So you go ahead. All right. And let's see. Yep, there's still nothing. And as you look ahead, you now see that the hallway goes north, and then it looks like it turns east again.
And as I come up, I'm waiting for everyone to catch up to us. And then once we're all together again, I'll start going around the next corner, expecting a giant scorpion to attack me. Because I haven't seen one of those, and they're scary.
Okay. Nico, when you get about to that point there, you see another one of what you now realize is a wall that will fall when a trap is triggered. Standing above you, right here where you are.
All right, so then I'm gonna go back over here and look for another, keep looking around the walls for another control room.
Okay.
And I tell everyone, hey, I'm looking for another one of those rooms with a winch, because there's another one of those walls that'll fall right over there.
Okay.
Now they both could be connected to each other. I don't know if that's true or not. So once we look for a minute, if we don't see anything, we'll do a little relay to see whether or not we can lower that gate, that last one, a little bit, and if this one lowers too.
Okay.
Okay, granted, but this was also, we didn't find the mechanism after we went through.
Right.
So do you think the same case here?
I thought you locked it, and if it controls both and it's locked, wouldn't that keep it from falling?
It would.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying we should go back and we should check and see if we lower it a little bit, if this one lowers a little bit.
Yeah, it could be where you lower one, raise one, the other one goes down, and vice versa. So we raised the previous one, so that lowered this one.
Okay, no, it's not lowered. It's
up in the air.
That's right.
It's flush.
So maybe they're both up or they're both down, or maybe there's something on the other side. Do we want to pause here on this direction and go back and look at the western way?
Sure.
Well, we could do that way. Yeah, we can go the other directions, but we know that there's a hallway through here. So
yeah. Okay. All right. So you found something interesting this way. You're going to mark that for now. Mm-hmm. And I am going to use a little thing here. We're going to put a line here so that you all have marked that you know there's something on the map.
No, there's another set door right there, yeah.
Yep.
Or set wall, whatever, right. Okay.
Yep. All right. So now you come this way, and you begin looking here.
And I'm paying specific attention for more of those, the roof thing. They seem to be uniform.
Okay. Yep. You don't notice anything here.
No, wait for me
there's
because I don't want to leave her behind and like never split the party.
yeah. All right.
Every 10 feet, I'm paying attention to see if there's another one of those roof traps or a deadfall or a sliding door or anything.
Now that we know what we're looking for,
I think I'm starting to get a grasp of these humans' building style for these sliding doors and these walls.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you get up here. It continues to go. Yeah, you're not finding anything at this point. No more, traps in the ceiling. No more traps in the floor or walls. No pits. And now it looks like it's beginning to turn and go south. And
we'll wait up for a minute, Gorm.
Okay.
So things went south quickly, huh?
I'm very proud. That's a dad joke right before Father's Day.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that's right. Tomorrow will be Father's Day. All right. So now as you get here, okay. You now see something different than you've seen before. It opens up into a room, and you see three little alcoves heading to the south, and you also notice, I should actually do this to let you realize it. You see there's a passageway heading off to the east.
Oh, okay.
And let me do this. Oh, and Archimedes. There are voices coming from that passage to the east, or to the west, I should say.
I know they're not in the back of my mind, so
no.
I tell these guys. Okay, I put my fingers to my lips, and I point to my ears, giving them the signal that I hear something.
Yeah, let me take a look.
Try to find out if it's audible or if I know.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what languages you have.
It's going to be Common, Elvish, Dwarven, and Orc.
Common, Elvish, Dwarven, and Orc. Well, it's underground and it's kind of echoing around, but you listen for a little bit and you cannot pick up what language these people are speaking, or whoever it is.
And I do and iterate that to them in a secret, like, hey, there's voices. I just don't know the kind. They're coming from the alcove area, not the doors.
Yeah, over here.
Plan of attack?
The sound's coming from that side, so I'll be get behind me and we'll move up and I'll be in the front.
Perfect. I'll also relay that message to Garm and
I look up to make sure there's not a falling wall thing right here where we're at.
Yeah. You can't tell Talon anything because he's back there guarding the...
Okay.
Guiding the way for you, or guarding the way back upstairs for you.
I would inform Garm, kind of like motion with my hands. Hey, you got your darts ready?
All right.
Try to prepare everybody for something so that we are not surprised.
Okay. Nico, you're continuing to look here and see you don't notice any stonework traps or anything. What armor is everybody wearing?
I don't wear armor.
Yeah, Garm is.
I'm not
armorless.
quiet. I'm
Okay.
wearing scale mail.
Okay.
I'm wearing.
Archimedes, as Nico gets...
I can try to be dexterous, but
Yeah.
Okay, make a dex check for me.
I'm actually pretty dexterous. I took a thing in that.
Let's do that. Let's have him make a dex check.
Abilities, dexterity. I am not dexterous.
Yeah. Okay. As Archimedes, as Nico clanks along, suddenly you hear the voices go silent.
I will try to halt Nico.
Okay, Nico, the bard, is kind of pulling you back a little bit and gesturing.
Just trying to keep you. Yeah, just trying to keep you.
I make a shushing sound. Like I think I'm being quiet.
Yeah, like no, I'm like stop. I'm like.
Okay, Nico, you can see that that this goes through here, and you guys.
If he's already pulled ahead, I'm gonna grab my bow and arrow. If I can't stop him, then I'm just gonna be ready. What's
Okay.
approaching. So I'm gonna stand there and get my bow ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna arm myself. Yeah.
All right. So you guys get to about this point, and Nico, you hear a snarl, and it sounds kind of like a bestial snarl, and moving sort of out of the shadows from beyond where you can see and into your line of sight, you see standing shoulder to shoulder two humanoid-looking creatures. Well, they're almost humanoid, except for the fact that they have heads like hyenas. And while they stand upright, they have their hind legs, the knees, bend in the opposite direction. They are not werewolves. You're pretty sure, being a dwarf, that these are Gnolls that you're looking at. And
I hate these.
and one of them, and they stand about 7.5 feet tall, so they're very tall. And one of them snarls at you and says, "Puny dwarf. Yeah.
Oh God, I can smell your breath from here.
Boys, we may have dwarf on the menu tonight."
How do
And
you
then
know
you
what
can-
menu is? When have you been to a
And-
restaurant?
And then Nico and everyone else hears the chuckling laughter of several voices responding to that several voices that are coming from the darkness beyond where these two are. And the leader will point his let's see, what What does he have? What do these guys have with them? The guy that's talking to you, who has like a little bit more of an ornate necklace on, which may make him kind of like the leader of this group. He is holding a battle axe. The one next to him is holding a longbow, but he has a battle axe sheathed at his belt. And so you know that these guys are armed at least with battle axes, and at least one has a ranged weapon. And you can't tell, with the way things are echoing, you can't tell how many voices are beyond these two, but there are several more at least in there. So what would you guys like to do? The Gnoll is sort of holding his battle axe out and gesturing at Nico with it. Puny dwarf, why you here?
Did he just ask me why we're here?
Yes.
Like, could you be more articulate? I wasn't sure what you just asked. And I cast Bless on our group.
Okay, you cast Bless on the group. And in this edition, I believe Bless will affect
everybody area effect that I want it to affect.
That's not already engaged in melee.
Exactly. It didn't come before that happened.
Yep. Nobody is engaged in melee yet, and nobody is out of range at this point. Okay. And can you
and it'll last 6 rounds.
Okay, it'll last 6 rounds. Okay, and mechanically, what does it do for everybody?
We get a +1 to our attacks, and we get a plus on our if we have like a fear effect.
Okay, all right.
That's it.
Okay, and
they would. It's not subtle. They would have noticed me do it.
Yeah, as you start casting, the one with the long bow trains his bow on you and holds it. He's probably apparently waiting for the command to shoot you, but you're twiddling your fingers, and that may mean that you're doing something dangerous. So he's definitely got his bow trained on you at this point.
Yeah, I'm speaking in like holy gibberish that he's worried though, what I'm saying.
So there are 4 others of you there that have a chance to do something while this is going on. Archimedes, what do you want to do?
I will step up to basically, I'll kind of withdraw the bow. Like I had it on the 2 guys. I was kind of going back and forth. I'll put it like untensioned or whatever and say, well, hey, maybe we can work something out.
And the one who's been talking, he looks at Archimedes and says, what race is Archimedes? Remind me again. Half elf?
Yes.
Okay. Does he present more elvish or more human?
Human
features. Okay.
More of the human features.
Okay. So the Gnoll says, human, you control your dwarf. What you do here? Answer me, or my men and I will kill you and eat you.
This is true. We were actually looking for our companion who traveled down here a while ago. I have a note from his mother. He'd like to take him back. Find out what happened to him.
You friends with the yellow eyes?
Yes, I actually am.
Oh, well, you can join Yellow Eyes friends in our bellies if you don't leave now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try to slowly pull Eco back just a little bit. Try to escort people back to this area, back over here. And we'll just be on our way then.
Great. Why should we not kill you? More of us than you. Give us gold. Give us gold.
So Garm, I think Garm said he spoke Dwarven.
I don't know. Let me check.
I'll pull out my little pouch and I'll have 5 gold pieces in it.
You pull out your
A little purse of money there.
And the one that has the longbow, he snarls something to his to apparently his boss, and while he's doing that, it's kind of his bow is going down, and it's like you can tell he's like encouraging his boss in something, but he's not. He's less immediately about to shoot you at the same time as he's encouraging his boss in something. And the leader turns back to him and in whatever language they're talking, apparently Gnollish. Nobody here speaks Gnoll, right? Yes, I presume you've been looking at your character sheets and make sure that none of you understand Gnolls.
I wouldn't have bought just Gnoll. I would have bought Goblin if anything, and I don't see anywhere where languages go anyway.
It goes, and I think it's in the main area of your character sheet, just kind of under the general notes. That's where you're
non-weapon proficiencies, because you can interchange the intelligence bonus for non-weapon proficiencies or extra languages.
Yeah. And so if you're going to record it there, if you get extra proficiencies and you decide not.
I didn't spend anything on anything but throwing. That's what I do. So no, I can't speak anything.
Okay. All right. So they continue having this conversation.
Once my spell goes off, I'll say in Dwarven, Archer first.
Okay. What spell were you casting again?
Bless. It takes 1 round. So,
okay. You're doing bless. Then the Gnoll leader looks at Archimedes and he says, "We not be paid long time. Give us more gold. We leave. We let new ones take this place. We go find new den."
Aha. So you've been working with our compatriots, the Yellow Eyes, right?
Yes. They promise us shinies. They not give it. They bring new ones instead. Yeah. Mean goblinoid new ones.
They did, and they didn't send you the letter that says that you were supposed to go to the new camp. Oh, this is why we
go till we get paid.
Oh, okay. The 2 gold pieces that you were promised, right? 2 gold pieces each?
No.
No. 1 gold piece each.
No. And the one with the archer, or the one that, or the Gnoll leader, because the archer apparently doesn't understand what you're saying either. The Gnoll leader, he holds up one hand, kind of palm, and he's got the thumb and the 4 kind of clawed fingers, and he splays that out for 5. And then he holds his thumb out as another one. He says, when he holds up 5, he says, "This many plus this many for each my men. They promised me that many 3 times."
Well, I promise you a 4th time that we'll get that for you.
Yeah.
So what is that? So that's
33 gold?
6, yeah, 33 gold.
I
don't know how many. I know there's 2 guys. All I see is 2 guys. So it's like 6 for the 2 of you guys. I only see 2. I don't know how many. They didn't tell me your band. All they told me was it was you and maybe a couple others.
Okay, so we're going to do this so that you can see how many there are. As you can see, there are others that are queuing up behind them. And you can see that,
I'll kind of just lean up back and forth and try to count, like, okay, so there's how many of you? There's 1, 2, 3. All I see is 3. So 4. Okay, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8?
Actually, there's a total of 8 plus the leader, so a total of 9.
9. Okay.
And so what you gather is each of the Gnolls was promised 6 gold. So that would be 6 times 8, that would be 48. And then he was promised 3 times more. So 48 and 18 would be, somewhere
60.
Close to 70?
75. Wow. So we've got a platinum piece and 9 gold. So anybody else?
And now that you guys are starting to pull a coin out, the archer, and you can see that there's another one that has a bow, another one a little farther back. The one that's farther back just takes his bow and puts it back on his back, and they all start talking kind of excitedly.
I got 45 gold I can give you. I can contribute.
And the
okay, so that's why don't we kind of keep it at give me the about 30 gold pieces. I don't want to give it all, but I want to get it like we're getting it all together.
After the spell finally goes off, are we seriously going to pay evil bandits, the creatures, to go rob and pillage elsewhere?
No, we're going to pay them to not fight them. Sorry,
right?
My mission is not to kill everything in the world.
Right. If we could get these guys to go somewhere else, we can later on.
You believe that we're going to show them money, they're going to take it, and they're actually going to leave?
Yes. If I'm wrong, they can kill me first, and you can get to the back. But if I don't have to fight 9 Gnolls, I'm not going to. So yeah, here I'll give you 30 out of my 45. I got 3 platinum too, but I don't think they really want platinum. I think they want gold.
I could kind of explain to him. I'll bite it and hey, this one piece is more than gold. So You know, that'll help.
One of them, at least one of them is excitedly pointing at the platinum and tapping his leader on the shoulder and pointing at that and nodding. And now that they're looking at gold, you can see that they're all starting to kind of drool a little bit. Very much like a hungry dog that is being shown the treats. Will start to draw. And the leader barks some orders, quite literally barks some orders, and one of them goes back into a little area and then comes back and passes forward a few things, and you see, and then the leader will tell this guy that had the bow, will shove a couple of things into his hands and then point to you all. Actually, he'll point to the ground in front of Nico. And this one will then put his bow on his shoulders and leave the axe in its holster. So he's now carrying some what looks like articles of clothing and some old furs. And he will watch the dwarf warily, and he will step forward, and he'll come to about here, and he'll still be watching you warily, and then he stops there, and he sort of kneels down, and he sets it on the ground, and then he backs up and goes back into place. And so now, about right here in front of Nico, there's a pile of what looks like some ripped black cloaks and some furs that look like they have blood on them.
Probably Yellow Eyes, what's left of him.
Yeah, well, that's what the letter's going to be for.
And the Gnoll leader says, bad Yellow Eyes. They come. They threaten us. We tell them, we treat them like they deserve. And one of new bad goblinoids come and yell at us. He come by himself. He not leave.
Yeah, that was old Goofy Goof. Yeah, we didn't really care for him.
And so, now they're kind of, some of them are sort of, Gnolls don't really have tails, but they're kind of doing that thing where, you know how a dog, when it gets so excited wagging its tail, it kind of starts to just sort of...
the butt takes off with the rest of it.
Yeah. So they're kind of hopping. Some of them are kind of hopping around like dogs who have tails that are wagging very excitedly. And the Gnoll leader barks another order, and now 3 of them disappear back into the den, and you can start to hear them. Actually, I'm going to go ahead. You guys can't see that far, but I'm going to go ahead and do that anyway. They start going, and you start hearing the sounds of like stuff being picked up and provisions being packed up and things of that nature and whatnot. And it sounds like they're basically getting ready to break their camp and leave. Because they are finally somebody is coming and paying them. And they're just done with this nonsense and they're going to get out of here. At least that's what they think. And the Gnoll leader looks at Archimedes and says, "They put you in charge, Yellow Eyes, now."
Yes. They mentioned that they were having some cash flow problems, and I happened to cure some of the.
You treat us okay if you let us go, but you be better when you hire people in future. You make good faith payment to them when you hire them, so they know you're going to pay for work done.
That's why I got moved up to management. I've been paying all my employed very, very well. Wouldn't you say, people? I kind of hope I nudge and give a wink and ask for everybody to fess up.
Old Yellow Eye leader.
Yep.
Old Yellow Eye leader. He pretty human. I wish to scratch scars in his face to make him ugly. But he talk and he talk. He not do anything. Then he go and he betray us. He hire nasty goblinoids. You going to keep goblinoids or you gonna feed them to us?
I don't know about that much, but yeah, if you guys kind of jiggle the payment there in the deal, go ahead and start leaving, then you can have your sack of money.
Okay.
Out of the way.
Yeah. Okay. The rest of you, are you going to clear the way so that they can go, or?
Hell yeah!
Okay.
Nico's not smiling, but yes, he steps back.
Okay. They will come out, and the Gnoll leader and Archimedes, how much did you in total wind up putting together?
So far it was just through me and Garm threw in the that was
so what's your total?
39 gold and 1 platinum.
Platinum is 5, so that's 40.
Platinum was 10.
So that's 49. So that's 50 gold.
49.
Wait, no, sorry. I thought a platinum was 100.
No. Platinum is not 100. Platinum is not 100.
Oh, you're right.
It's only
10 because we
it's
did
only
the
10
platinum for
okay.
the 500 gold last week.
Yeah. So okay. So the that's right. It's 10 platinum. So that would be 49 total that you have.
Right. Yeah.
All right. And they were. Go ahead.
I was willing to give them more. I'm not trying to have enemies. So if they wanted more than that, I got another 15. I'll throw in there.
So Archimedes, he will open the sack and he'll start looking at it, and it's pretty clear it's a little bit light in terms of what they were asking for.
I immediately bring over the 15 gold and throw that in the kitty.
I can whisper back Archimedes behind me and say, rear left pouch, and you can pull out one of my coins.
Okay. All right.
I'm not putting my shield or my weapon down, and I'm still guarding us.
Okay. All right.
So there's 3 platinum in there, so he could have pulled one of my platinums out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So between all that, that's plenty. All right. So between what Garm has, that's plenty. And the Gnoll leader looks at
I would
Archimedes.
make sure. Yeah, I would make sure all his men are in the hallway, and he's the last one. So
Okay.
if there is like an initial attack, it's between us two, and then those guys could be on the outside, and then that's where I would place the payment in his hand, and
Okay.
or in his palm of his paw.
Okay. So
and
the rest of these guys will come on up here, and then the leader will say, you first, Yellow Eyes, that not wear cloak, and that do what they promise. I never trust evil goblinoids, but if you not trust them either, you give us 10 more gold, and you let us take weapons. We will help you kill goblinoids if you want.
Hell yeah.
Kill goblins.
Yeah.
I dwarf and I say, Archimedes, take another platinum from my pocket. I may not like gnolls, but I hate goblins.
I'm like, okay, well that sounds very, very tempting. So, you know what? I think that we will take you up on that. What do they call you?
Oh, yeah. They call me boss. You can call me. Let me see. Got to remember what Mama Gnoll called me when I was cub. Been so long. Anybody call me anything other than boss? Okay. It's on tip of my tongue. On tip of tongue. Yes.
About boss.
They. Oh, Boss Gnoll.
Boss
Boss
Gnoll.
Gnoll.
I'll call you Boss Gnoll.
Boss Gnoll sound good, but Mama call me Ziarg.
Ziarg, Boss Gnoll. I know
Yes.
it. I knew it. I knew this was in our future.
Ziarg. So Ziarg. And he says, we show you where. We take you to where the bad
Goblinoids?
goblinoids are. Yes.
How many?
Oh,
Here's a question.
there was 7,
How
but
tall
we
are
ate
they?
one.
How tall are they?
They're not quite as tall as us. They
But close?
close. Yes.
Yeah, goblinoids are not goblins. They're something else. They're bigger.
Big stinky goblinoids. Yes, there was 7, but one came here. He never came back. So there's 6 now.
Well, let's make it 6 less.
Let's make that 6 less too. Yes, absolutely. Now, what?
And then he tells his men something in the Gnoll language, and then all of them they start to pat the hilts of their weapons, and they look at all of you and they smile, and they're like, and then the Gnoll leader turns back to Archimedes and says, "They say goblin on the menu."
I don't think I really particularly like Goblin on the menu, but if you guys do, then that's great for you. And feast away.
Okay, and so he looks to Archimedes and he says, how we do this? We just go in and kill, or do we sneak? What you want to do?
Element of surprise is always the best. From why don't we let me, you, and our group, and then your guys follow right behind us until we get there.
And then he looks at the dwarf and he says, "Don't send dwarf first. He clank and clank and clank, make too much noise. Send quiet first with us."
He's a lot smarter than the dwarf, apparently.
My men, very quiet. I send 4 my men ahead, protect us, front rank.
Sounds good.
And then he kind of gives some orders, and 4 of these guys move up, and the other 4 sort of move back a little bit. So you guys can arrange yourselves however you want. He's going to come up here and be in the front rank with, I guess, if Archimedes is going first, or if Quint or Garm, whoever would go first.
Yeah, I would go in there, and then I would have those 4, and then you guys all in the very behind.
Okay. All right. So these guys will fall in behind you, and then the rest of you guys can come on up this way.
Right before I do that, I say I'm sacrificing my leadership here, fellas. So let's make this good.
Okay.
So I'm the first one to die if this thing goes south.
As soon as it's about to go off, I'll bless everybody.
Oh yeah, because that lasts only 6 rounds, right?
Yeah, so it only lasts 6 minutes after I cast it, so 7 minutes total in this interaction. So if it's a minute away, it'd still have like 2 or 3 rounds left.
It's gonna, with sneaking, it's gonna be a little bit longer than that. So yeah, you go ahead and we'll let you add. And will you include the Gnolls when you cast it at that point, or not?
Yeah. If we're attacking, like, I'm assuming hobgoblins or something bigger, then yes, I'll include the Gnolls in it.
Well, you would include 5 of the Gnolls, the leader and 4 of them that are in between us. The 4 up above are going to go first, so we don't have to really worry about them.
Yeah, but when we get there, we'll be able to see them, and as long as they're within the what is it?
Well, I'd also like to not give advantage to somebody that's kind of disposable.
I would though.
It's a free +1 to hit. It's
a waste of a resource.
It's free.
Okay, so you guys through the magic of Marshall, you get up here, and then they tell you the leader will point to the north and say nasty hobgoblins up north. Or nasty goblinoids. Up north.
This way.
And so they all limber up their weapons, and they're all getting ready. And we'll deal with this fight after we have our break. So
I will do the bless on us, and it's a 50-foot cube, so I can hit them for free. There's no extra resources into it.
Okay. All right. So
unless you don't want me casting bless, I'll ask Garm and Archimedes and Min and everyone. Should I not bless everyone or even us and save it for later?
If you're gonna cast it, I want to include the hobgoblin. I mean the Gnolls in there. Otherwise, why even trust them? We could have just sent them on their damn way. If we're not going to trust them, then don't trust them, and we didn't have to pay them. We could have just told them to go ahead and leave. But we're going to use them. I say use them to their maximum effect.
Then yeah, I'll hit all of us, including them, with a bless.
Okay.
It'll improve their morale in case something happens too.
Yeah. So they are all with the bless, and then we'll come back and have the fight after our break. So I'm going to go ahead and mute and put us over on the slate and put the timer on, and then I'll be back.
Perfect.
I think the goblinoids that we're talking about are bugbears, and that's not going to be an easy fight, even with the Gnolls. So I want them to win.
I don't remember any of this stuff.
From the video game? Have you done the video game?
The video? No, I did the module back in the 80s.
Well, I did the video game from Atari. Or is it Black
from Atari? Okay, there you go.
Oh no, it's a computer game.
I've heard it's a great game. I haven't done either. I didn't want to look it up, so I wanted to.
It's a great game. It's not like the Atari game system. It's for PC, and it's based on 3rd edition rules. So all those and stuff.
Yeah. I don't. I do remember that. When I did play through this, that there's a lot of negotiating that you can do. It was part of what the module was to help do, is that you can talk your way out of a lot of situations rather than just going in and killing things.
A lot of it depends on the alignment of your party leader. Like, I mean, I did all the alignments: chaotic evil, lawful good. Like, there with the chaotic evil, when the game starts, instead of the caravan, instead of you rescuing the caravan, you're the one attacking the caravan.
The ability to make these kind of choices is why I did not choose to make a paladin.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So, but yeah, this is.
You had the stats for a paladin? See, because I rolled all 13s, 12s, and 11s. I didn't roll any good stats to play a paladin.
Yeah, I got lucky with my stats, so I have the stats to make a paladin.
I think I rolled worse on 5d6 than 3d6. Those were the worst rolls on that many dice I've ever seen.
I got really lucky with this set of dice.
Did you guys roll on Roll20?
Yeah. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled on Roll20. Yeah.
One time through, the first set met the minimum requirements with like no 7s or less, or whatever the rule was, and I just got really lucky with my rolls.
I did decent. I didn't do too bad. So, I made just above the minimums.
I was trying to type it in, but yeah, I've never had on this high stats in any 2nd edition game I've ever had.
I think I've rolled one time where I had 3 18s. Rolled 3 18s for me.
What? 3 18s? And it was legit?
Yep. It was all on Roll20. It was like one of my first times that I'd ever been on Roll20 deal, and they said, "Here, do this right there," and I copy and pasted the little format deal thing, just rolled it, and it had 3 18s on there. Everybody was all freaked out. They're like, "Dude."
My favorite stat trick is if I'm not playing a fighter, and I didn't do this time because I wanted to make like Nico thinks he's the first dwarven paladin, but take a -1 in con and -1 in strength and get a +1 intelligence and +1 wisdom for being middle-aged.
Is that what your charisma is now, or is that what you rolled?
That's it after all the racial adjustments and everything.
Did you even qualify to be a dwarf? I don't think dwarves can have a charisma that high.
Of a 13?
I'm serious.
I'm looking. I think they can't have an 18. They can have a little bit lower. Like the charisma was the minimum for my kit, and it matched with the dwarf, I thought.
Oh, really? What are you, a dwarven champion?
No, I took Crusader. Champion was nice, but I didn't have a 14 charisma for it.
Wow, okay.
Where is it?
That is unreal.
That's pretty good right there.
Dwarf minimum is 17 charisma. It just 17 dex is max, and 17 charisma is max.
Oh wow! And so your con is 12.
Yeah, I didn't go for the high bonus.
The stat point, yeah.
You know, you get bonuses to your save versus poison and magic based on
Right, but
con.
I still get a +3 for having 12. The 12.
Yeah, but a 19 would have been better.
It wouldn't have been 19. It would have only been 18. So I would have gotten a +5 versus a +3.
+5 for your hit points and such.
But I took the Dwarven race from what's the name of this world? Grey.
Is this Greyhawk?
Greyhawk, yeah.
Greyhawk. I took one of the Dwarven races from Greyhawk that gave me a plus to wisdom. So my 18 I rolled became a 19, and gave me the plus to. I'm a priest, so it gave me the extra spell slots.
Okay, yeah, that kicks ass.
There you go.
I'm kind of regretting not going with a 16 and an 11, but like I don't want my con going that low. I just like having a higher wisdom because then you get to be immune to hold.
Very nice, very nice.
But yeah, I made a choice not to be a paladin because I knew we would need to make like reasonable choices and not be an unyielding prick.
Paladins are a little bit better in second edition than they were in first. In first, they couldn't even adventure with non good characters.
Paladins got a little bit better. Bards became much worse.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
Bards were a prestige. Like you had to be a multi-class, like amazing
Bards
everything.
were like a dual class character, but tri-class. So yeah.
Yeah, they were awesome in first edition.
It's a master of all trades compared to a jack of all trades. There's no comparison. But
Bards are so good. It's a very different build.
But by the time you're actually called a bard, damn, you got at least 5 levels of fighter and 6 levels of thief, I think, before you can even call yourself a bard. So
Isn't there some wizard in there too?
No, it's you start off
Yeah,
as
the
a
wizard,
fighter.
the bard part of it.
And
in the first edition or what?
in first you start off as a fighter, and before you get to 9th level as a fighter, you have to split over to thief. And then you go thief before you get to 9th level, before you get to 10th level as a thief, you have to split over to bard. And by the time you call yourself a bard, you still got all your old abilities to assess, and you have the druid abilities. So you cast druid spells. You can fight like a fighter. You can thieve, and you and you get those musical bonuses like charm and stuff. It's unreal.
Bards are pretty awesome.
And I've only seen one person play one, without starting off, basically saying, "Hey, I'm a bard," and having 11 levels already. So yeah.
Right. So is everybody back from break?
I think so.
Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and put us back on the map a couple of minutes early and pick up again. All right. So they have told you that there are some mean goblinoids up this way, and you guys are amazed at as large as these gnolls are, at just how quiet they can be. They have these little pads on their feet, and they just pad up there in near silence. And as you get into this room, you can hear some gruff conversation in a language you. Does anybody speak Goblin?
Take that as a no.
Okay. Presuming nobody does, then you wouldn't hear that.
Elven, Elvish, Dwarven, and Orc. I took Orc.
Okay, so then
Trying to find where they list it.
Proficiencies in your languages.
Yeah, non-weapon proficiencies. You look up and you see a group of.
Speak anything.
Okay, well then you would speak common then.
Coming in your race, and that's about it.
Yeah. You see several bugbears up here, and two of them are closer to the entrance, but they are looking at one over here who seems to be talking to the others. And it looks like they have not yet noticed you guys as the Gnolls get closer. And the two Gnolls in front, they unlimber their longbows and they get ready, and the Gnoll leader looks at Archimedes, and it looks like he's waiting for you to give the signal to attack.
Hey, get my bow ready also. Look back. Give everybody the hand signal of go. And
all right, so it sounds like Archimedes is asking, is everybody ready?
Quinn's ready.
Everybody in the party. Okay. Hearing nobody say wait, then we'll presume everybody is ready. Okay.
And then
all right.
Arms forward, 2 fingers forward. Boom, send them in.
Okay, and the Gnoll leader just waves 2 fingers, and the Gnolls will draw their bows, and they will shoot. And so then we're going to add some turns here. And then you guys can go ahead and make your initiative checks, because the 2 Gnolls will get a surprise round. So let me see what armor class they will hit with their bows.
They've got +1 to hit.
Okay, so they get a +1 on their hit, which means that okay, they'll hit 1 better armor class than whatever this says. Oh, whoops, I'm sorry.
All right, damage. Great.
Yeah, okay, come on. Oh, oh no, okay. I do get -2, and the
nice.
second one. The second one also hits a -2. They both hit a -2, and so
you gotta look back. And you guys wanted to fight these guys? Come on, man.
And they train their bow and they hit the same guy, and so this one up here takes 9 damage as he sprouts 2 arrows. And then there's an almighty howl from the bugbears, and there's a howl from the Gnolls.
Do the Gnolls get two attacks with their longbows like everybody else? Because the rate of fire in the longbow is 2.
That is the rate of fire, but as a monster, they get the number of attacks that they get as a monster, which is they get 1 attack each. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. So it's kind of a weird thing with monsters. Monsters get attacks based on their race, not on the weapon they use.
Okay. They did so well, I wanted them to go again.
Yeah. Unfortunately, but then again, that's always nice when you're fighting enemies that have longbows that can train them on you. So they, because usually in these old editions, you wind up being outnumbered when you're fighting against enemies. So All right. If you guys have not done so yet, you can go ahead and do your initiative
character?
rolls. Yeah, click your character and then click the roll initiative, and that should put you in the then this. Okay, so we're going to give them all the same thing. Okay, where the hell is it? Damn it. It's back here. So, I need Gnoll, I need Bugbear.
Nice roll, Mim.
I need. Come on, damn it. I need. Okay. Then last but not least, I need this guy. Come on, damn you. Okay. All right, so this is going to be 6. So, Gnoll leader. Okay, is that Gnoll? Whoops. Okay, then Bugbear, normal Bugbear gets this. And then Bugbear leader gets this. Okay, so let's see. What did they roll? Okay. Then Gnoll leader gets 9. The regular. Oh, why didn't it roll for the regular Gnolls? Come on, dummy. Yeah, he's the guy. So. Okay, so there we go. And then a normal Bugbear 3. He gets 9. Okay. All right. So, put it in ascending order. All right. So,
Nico is loud and slow.
Yeah, is everybody under this? I see Garm, I see Min, I see Archimedes, and Quint and Nico. Great. All right. So, the first thing that happens is Bugbear 3. One of these guys that was supposed to be on guard, supposed to be watching, got caught off guard. He comes out with his Morning Star. And he is able to move 30 feet in a combat round. Or no, actually, they can move. These are minute-long combat rounds. So he's going to move up, and he's going to take a swing with his Morning Star at the Gnoll. And he hits an AC 11, which is going to miss the Gnoll. And then the Gnoll leader will push up through his through the ranks of his friends, go around this bugbear, and he is going to attack the bugbear from behind. And so he will those guys, those hobgoblins don't have shields, so yeah, miss with an AC 16. All right. So Garm.
I'm gonna hold.
I'm sorry. Oh, you're gonna hold?
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry. And then the bugbear leader will come running down here, and he will get. No, he's not going to get between those things. He's going to get behind the Gnoll leader, and he is going to try to hit him. And he hits an AC 9. That misses. Okay. Men, for purposes of this combat and for purposes of movement, the Gnolls all count as your allies. So it is not difficult terrain to move through them if you want to get up closer to the front. But if you have range on your spells and you'd rather cast from back there, you're welcome to do so.
Sorry, I have the hiccups.
Uh-oh.
Well, I only have 2 spells. I can sneak up here.
Okay.
I was gonna cast sleep. if
Okay.
possible, but
And
I've got to read it again.
Yeah, I don't think I would do that.
on the old spells, I think you have plenty of range. And if you get to a point where you can see farther up, it's just a matter of being strategic of where you put it.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna try and
Put it in here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. And then in this edition of the game, let me take a quick look at the wizard spells. First level wizard spell for, let's see, sleep is right here. Okay, it affects 2d4 hit dice of monsters. So, yeah, roll 2d4 and you get up to 8 hit dice worth of monsters. And then it's a matter of, 7. Okay. Well, it just so happens that these bugbears count as 1+1 hit dice monsters. So we have what I have figured out that means is that every 2 of them count as 3 hit dice. So this one falls asleep. That's 1 hit dice.
I'm so sorry.
This one falls asleep. That's 3 hit dice. This one falls asleep. That's 4 hit dice. And this one falls asleep. That's 6 hit dice. And let's see, what is the... go back to this player's handbook. And what is the area? 30 feet of each other. Yeah, okay. They're all within 30 feet of each other. And then let's just see. It's not quite. Well, this guy's within 30 feet of him, but he's not within 30 feet of all the others.
It wouldn't
Is it a
affect
30
him
foot
anyway, though. Would it?
diameter or a 30-foot radius?
No, here's the way it's worded. It's the center of the area of effect by okay. All creatures to be affected by the sleep spell must be within 30 feet of each other. So I guess that means that since these two guys are more than 30 feet apart, it won't affect the leader. But what you have effectively done is you have effectively turned it into a fight against 2 bugbears instead of 6 bugbears.
Right,
So,
but it wouldn't affect the last one anyway because he's greater than 1 hit die. She's only got 1 hit die left. And he's greater than 1 hit die.
7.
Even if it's 1
7.
plus 1. Right, but
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so it wouldn't affect him anyway. All right. Very effective use of your spells, men. So you want to stay there or you want to move to a safer position?
I want to move safer position.
Okay, all right. And Archimedes, wow. The cat goes up, twiddles her paws, and all the bugbears up there, they quit yelling and fall over and go to sleep. And now it's just the 2 bugbears here against the 9 gnolls. And of course, as soon as they see those other ones fall asleep, the gnolls, they all raise their axes above their heads. And
yeah, that was great for morale.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have to pay them as much. I'm just kidding.
So Archimedes, what would you like to do?
I'm going to step to the side.
Okay.
And
you do
take
have a shot at this one. Or a class of 8. It's not quite gonna hit. You're trying to avoid your gnoll ally, and you clip the wall instead.
Not a problem.
That was the first shot. And a 9. Okay.
One more better. Oh. Okay. No, that's. What was the bless 1 plus 1? That's plus a 7 and it.
7 and an 8. Yeah, 7 still won't hit.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Anything else? You gonna stay there, move again, or what?
Oh yeah, I'll let the advancing gnolls go ahead and so they can take on.
Okay.
So I'll stay there, stay put.
Quint, you are up.
I'll come over here and I'll try what Archimedes did. See if I can have any.
Okay.
You luck also. As big as they are, they can sure avoid an arrow.
AC 7 won't quite hit. AC 4, that will hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
Uh.
2 damage. Okay, this guy sprouts an arrow, and the one of the gnoll archers looks over at you and snarls something, holds its thumb up at you, but it seems to be pointing as though it's trying to give you advice on how to hit more effectively with your arrows. But of course, it's doing that in gnoll, in the gnoll tongue, which you can't understand.
I'll nod at him and back away.
Okay. And now it's the rest of the gnolls. And the rest of the gnolls are going to go and get in strategic positions The ones with the bows are dropping the bows and pulling out their battle axes.
With the bugbear that's up front, get attacks of opportunity, or are they slower than the Gnolls for the ones that ran by him?
He'll get, he would get attacks of opportunity. So that would be 1, 2, 3 attacks of opportunity, because apparently every time you move past one, they don't have a reaction. There's not a reaction economy. It's just a thing. So he's going to make.
I think it's because, like you said, the rounds are a minute. So within that minute, you could probably take a couple swings.
Yeah. Do you? Does the bless help with their AC?
It does not.
Okay. So a 16 is gonna miss. A 12 is gonna miss. And an 11 will miss. So this bugbear is just having a bad day.
He had a bad day.
He's gonna have
even
yeah.
Yeah, his day's pretty much over now.
So now 1, 2, 3. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 on this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4 on that guy. No leader will attack. Miss. And then 3 Gnoll attacks.
And they do have the +1 to hit.
Yep. I'm giving it to him. And then the 4 Gnolls attacking the other guy. Okay, you've got high numbers. Oh, well, there's somebody finally hit. So 1 hit out of 8 attacks. And that, at least he got maximum. Got maximum damage, and that would be on this guy here. So this bugbear is now down to this bugbear here is actually bloodied because he got shot with the arrow and
whacked with the axe.
Yeah. So Nico, you can go.
Nico wants to go up and be in line-to-line fighting, but he knows that if I take the corner right there, I can't escape without being attacked, and it's going to block the ability for my team to move and shoot, so I'm just going to wait.
And Archimedes would be like, if that was the situation, that might be there, but I'm like moving my arm like, come on, get in there.
I'm going to guard our back, and so we can't be jumped by any bugbears returning from a patrol.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, now it's time for us to look at a mechanic in the old editions of D&D.
Coup de grace.
No, mechanic.
That's 3.0, 3.5. They didn't have that.
Yeah. The mechanic I'm thinking of is the mechanic of morale. Because all social creatures have a morale. And these 2 bugbears suddenly realize that all the rest of their companions are out. They are now left, surrounded and greatly outnumbered. So
the Gnolls are not going to let them surrender, so they're done for.
Yeah, so they are. They need to make a morale check, and in this edition, it's weird. In this edition, it's a 2d10 for a morale check, not a 1d20. It's 2d10, and they have a target number, and I'm giving them some severe penalties because of the situation they're in.
Right.
Yeah. They fail. So the bugbear leader, he he begins making frantic hand motions at the Gnoll leader. And of course, doesn't speak Gnoll. And the Gnoll leader turns and looks back at Archimedes. And the Gnoll leader says, "Ugly goblinoids want to give up. What you say? We get to eat them, or we let them live?"
They wronged you, didn't they?
And then
They not wronged you.
And then he just turns back to the bugbear leader, and he gets ready to unleash murderous fury. So the bugbears realize they are not going to get out of this fight without fighting, so they will go ahead and they will attack. This bugbear will attack the guy right next to him, and I don't think that's going to hit. Nope, it won't hit. These creatures all have the same armor class, which makes it easy. The Gnoll leader will, in turn, attack the bugbear leader. And he'll get a +1 on his attack.
I think he gets a higher because of flanking, but that won't matter.
Doesn't matter now.
Oh,
Yes, a 20.
doesn't. Yeah.
Is that a 20?
Yeah, that's
So-
a 20. So then he
nice.
will deal. He'll deal 4 damage with that, and so that is against the bugbear leader. All right, and then Garm, you are up.
I'm holding.
Okay. You're just basically in case somebody breaks and runs. Okay. Bugbear leader will snarl and try to attack. I'm going to give you guys one more round of attacks to see if there's anything you want to do, and otherwise I'm just going to let the law of averages take this out. Min, your spell last time was effective. You going to do anything, or just wait to see how this plays out?
Probably just see how this plays out. Because, I mean, I've kind of blown my one big spell, and other than a javelin and a sling, I've got really nothing else. So, and it seems like they've got it well in hand.
Okay, Archimedes, you want to take any more shots, or are you gonna just?
No, yeah, I don't need to. I think these guys have pretty much shown that.
Okay, Quint, do you want to take another shot, or are you just gonna make sure that the Gnolls finish their work?
Yeah, it looks like a mad fury in there, so I'm just gonna let them.
Okay.
Take care of it.
Well,
ravenous dogs finish their meal.
yeah, they do in short order. They bring these guys down, and they are well and truly and quickly dead. And then actually before the Gnoll leader can give an order, the other two, or the rest of them, will go in there. And there is a rule in this edition that if there's a sleeping, or if there's an opponent asleep, you can strike them with an edged weapon and kill them. So they will.
That's
Yeah,
the
they
coup de
will.
grace, that's
It's not even the coup de grace. It's just
just an automatic.
You can slit a throat auto kill. Yeah.
I think they can call it coup de grace in this edition. I'm not positive though.
No.
Yeah, the Gnoll leader will frantically look back at Archimedes as his men start going in there, and he'll say, "Do you want any prisoners?"
Well, yeah, take one. Just
And then so he'll growl, and so they'll go over here, and they will they'll kill this guy, but they won't kill the last guy. They'll just take his morning star away from him, and they'll tie him up. And then they will rifle through, and they'll grab coin purses, and they'll grab stuff. And the Gnoll leader will bring you from the bugbear leader. Wait, I'm going to do this so we remember that he's restrained. He will bring you what the bugbear leader had, which is the bugbear leader has a pouch that has 12 gold pieces in it, which is similar to the pouches that the other bugbears have. They all surprisingly have exactly the same amount of money, almost like they have been paid by somebody. So they each have 12 gold pieces, but the leader has a bracelet on, or had a bracelet on, but you realize he had fashioned it out of a necklace. And this bracelet is made of silver, and it has 5 gems in it. And the necklace itself looks pretty expensive, and the gems look rather valuable. And the Gnoll leader will say to Archimedes, as his men throw the little pouches of coins at his feet, the Gnoll leader will look at you and he'll say, if we give you necklace, you let us keep their coins? He's kind of asking hopefully.
Hell yeah.
I kind of just stroke my chin. You know what? Absolutely. I think I will let you guys do that.
And the Gnolls, they all cheer, and then the leader starts barking orders again, and they go and they strip the armor off of the bugbears and throw the armor down, and they seem to ask him, they look at the morning stars, and then they smell the morning stars, and they wrinkle their noses and they throw those down because it smells like goblinoid. They don't want that. And the so Garm steps up while these negotiations are going on, and he asks, what does he ask the Gnoll leader?
Of course.
I hope you find old Yellow Eyes leader and you kill him. He's bad, stupid.
Nico mentions that Archimedes, since he's talking and whisper, "Hey, as long as they agree not to eat people, and they want to get paid on the every moon, like every month, we could have them be guards for us down underground.
You're thinking the way I'm thinking. I thought it, but you said it. So very good, very good.
And Nico thinks he's doing an act of good because if they agree not to eat sentient, like good aligned races, then I feel better that we didn't just let these Gnolls out into the wild.
And the Gnoll leader, he talks to his men a little bit, and they
would like to be employed with the owners of the keep, i.e. new leaders. And I motion to all of us. We want to stay on the outsides of the deals and have a place to come to when you're not out, and kind of help patrol the area from other outside forces. And we will actually help pay for some of that protection.
And they say a couple of them will say something to the leader, and then the leader will look at Archimedes and look at the dwarf and look at the rest of you, and then he says, "You sure you're with Yellow Eyes? Yellow Eyes stink of bad. You all smell like you mean what you say. Not like Yellow Eyes."
Yellow Eyes will soon have new management also. Ambitions well in place.
Oh, well, if you want to hire any Yellow Eyes, you bring them to me. Let me smell them, see if they worth hiring. I do that for free.
Ah, very good. Very good. Thank you, Rob.
And you pay us every full moon. You pay us 6 gold every full moon. We happy.
Okay.
And you say we get to hunt in lands outside of keep?
But not people and not the towns.
Oh no, towns have militias. Militias, they come hunt us if we fight them. No, okay, so no 2 legs, no hunt right. 2 legs.
Unless we're with you on the 2 legs, because there will be some 2 legs that may need to be taken care of, and you may need to employ on something. We'll have extra on that.
Okay. Do we get to keep these? And he points to the. Okay. We go find place nearby. We or you need us to help you control bad Yellow Eyes.
Do you know where the rest of my allies are coming from? They just sent these guys here, and we're here to rectify all that they've done wrong.
Be punished.
Yeah, so that's what we need to interrogate this guy here, find out who sent them, who paid them. But none of us speak Goblin, right? Nobody here speaking Goblin?
And the Gnoll leader says, "I speak Goblin, and my men can make him talk." And he gives you a broad
I give
smile.
All my guys here you might want to step a little bit to the side there.
I'm going to leave the room and go guard the hallway.
Okay. And
anybody, Garm, if you have a problem with the interrogation process of waterboarding and such like that, then I suggest that you kind
But
of.
before that, I'll walk one circuit of the room and the other room just to make sure there's no like sliding doors or to point them out.
Okay, so what they do
If we want to have all the Gnolls in here, we'll conduct the interrogation as far away from that, and you can have a set of Gnolls.
Yeah,
on an opposite end.
What the
the queasy stomachs can stay a little bit away.
Yeah. What the Gnolls will actually do, they'll actually put this bugbear here, and they'll kind of gather around him like this. These other Gnolls will go up here, and while they, as they get ready to start the questioning, the Gnoll leader will say something not in the Gnoll language. It's clearly another language. And the bugbear that's captured here, he kind of looks nervously at him. And then the Gnoll says something in his own language. And one of these Gnolls up here takes out a dagger and just begins hacking at the wrist of one of these dead bugbears, and then just yanks the hand off and then just starts chewing on the hand while he's looking at the other bugbear. And this bugbear here goes a little bit green, and then the Gnoll leader starts asking him some questions. And that's where we'll leave our session tonight. So we'll figure out, because we're at time, we'll figure out what Archimedes and anybody else that wants to be involved in questioning the last bugbear will be able to find out. As the Gnolls clearly indicate what fate awaits him if he is not cooperative. But they seem to be very happy with you because you've actually paid them, and you've held up your end of the bargain, and it looks like they might be able to make more money.
Yes.
And by the way, guys, the Gnoll leader already told us that the leader of these guys is a pretty human.
It's a pretty human, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So whatever that means, you'll have to figure out what pretty human means to a Gnoll. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, players, thank you guys for coming and hanging out tonight. Really appreciate it. Viewers, thank you for joining us. Amish, thank you for being here, and the rest of you who have been joining us in chat. Appreciate that. All right. Want to give a little bit of programming notes as we close out the stream tonight. Normally on Sundays, we have a 5th edition game that we do, but we are not having that game tomorrow because I have a conflict. So we will, Walker of Waterdeep will not be happening tomorrow afternoon. Monday night, we will be having our Monster Monday, and this week we continue our look at some of the favorites from old D&D. We're looking at the Hydra and its variants, and we're talking about the history of the Hydra through D&D, how you can use it in your games, the various options there are, and reskinning and tactics and all that kind of fun stuff like we usually do on Monster Monday. Then on Thursday night, we will be back here for the Sword Coast Chronicles, and they are in the middle of the storyline for the Curse of Strahd, and the party has just found, along with the help of Mordenkainen and Van Richten, the party has found the clone vessels that were left by 2 of the Circle of 8 deep within the Amber Temple. So they have found the clones of Tensor and the clones of Adaluk. And as we ended the session last week, or last Thursday night, Van Richten was beginning the ritual of resurrection to bring those 2 guys back. So the party will be able to figure out why are Adaluk and Tensor, why do they have clones deep in the Amber Temple? And join us on Thursday night to find out the answer to that. All right, and then next Saturday night, I think next Saturday we'll be back. I don't think it's until later in the year that we start missing because of conflicts. But thank you guys. Hope you all have a wonderful week. Viewers, take care, and hope we will see you here. Don't forget, over